So greyhounds must just hate their lives because they're just literally designed by years of inbreeding to be a greyhound. So they must just be in pain forever.
So what are you designed for then after years of inbreeding?
Trust, I guess.
Oh, Smooya. Oh, there he is. And the bombs drop. Thanks for coming. And now the bait is set. Let's see if they're going to take it.
Well, Pulse is dead. That's not great for side of Method, obviously, early into the round, as they do try and make their way back through. They are going to go for this late round play, it seems, possibly towards B, as they are grouped up. Method a little bit caught off guard off that early contact play from Smooya.
Yep, Smooya, they're giving up the bomb as well so early on into the round. There's no point in potentially throwing the round right there and then. Has the advantage, falls back. And now they're going to be anticipating the play towards A. You can see 2 players towards B right now from the CT side. The remainder 3 from Fish123. Sliggy, Robin, and of course Smooya towards the A side. And slowly but surely, Method taking control of Toilets, and Banana will be approaching this 3-man stack.
Slowly making their approach towards this A bomb site. It's going to be the key to success into the round. Ilzini will get the smoke out. He has 2 flashbangs to play with as well, as they now burst their way through, hoping to find these entry kills. Smooya with the support of Robin. This is a naughty stack to be running into, as they can do so much damage. Smooya struggles a little bit, but eventually composes himself. Sliggy as well chimes in with a headshot back towards Mick, but Jenko gets the double kill, starts to breathe some new life into the round before Robin will eventually stub it out. Should find that final kill towards Ilzini, which he will eventually claim. And Fish123 kick it off with the opening pistol.
Dominant round there for the Fish123 side. Smooya already showing aggression and confidence. Peeks towards Connector, finds the first onto Pulse. The bomb is dropped, and from there, Method are unable to salvage the round. It's going to be 1-0 now as we head into round number 2. Bomb not planted, of course, for the T side, which means they are going to be forcing up into this round. Flashes a Kevlar right now onto the T side, so no AWP into the first buy round. And of course, Fish123 win versus the force buy. They will be forcing an eco onto Method into round number 3. And they should be getting a 3-0 start.
Smooya has got the nade to go for the contact play once again, as Pulse is trying to keep him at bay this time around as he deagles away. No one's actually going to peek into him.
Smooya towards Connector, finds the first headshot onto Pulse. And now going to be greeted by many players towards mid.
Stanley going to retrade back there on towards Smooya as this push comes through. It's more of an aggressive play from Method into the round. They know they can run the risks a little bit more. They do have those firearms. They've also scavenged the Famous over to Nilzinho. They can pack a bit of a punch into the round if they get into good positions, but Fish are definitely well prepared.
Yeah. Have the firepower advantage right now, even though Method have 4 sets of Kevlar into this round. Robin spots out Pulse Stanley, towards A long. Bomb towards Toilets, and Sliggy playing close with the MP7 and the Molotov as well. 50 seconds left on the clock. And now Sliggy can even get behind these players towards Toilets if he continues pushing.
Yeah, he could backstab massively into late rounds here. Sliggy actually gets spotted out by Jenko, who lands the deagle shot. Robin about to get overwhelmed as well, but he's able to just fire away with this Famous. They're peeking into him one by one. They're not really trading with each other favorably, but eventually Mick will be able to send Robin back to bed. Mick chimes in with a second frag into the round and takes down YNC, and it's all left on Max. The reset could be coming out here for Method. This is a huge round if they actually do go through to pick this one up, and Max is going to be in such an awkward position to attempt to claw it back into his favor.
It's looking likely here, Jack. Max now the 1 versus 3. Going to be throwing in a tower here, and eventually we'll go back.
Has to run away, just try and stay alive at this point, because he knows he can't really run the risk of trying to pick this round up. And Method will go on to actually reset. That's 1-1 in the scoreline. Fish123 is well going to be completely broke, basically, in their terms of economy. It's going to take quite a few rounds to rebuild themselves up. And Method could start to lock this down. It's only Max that's going to have a weapon into the following round.
Yeah, Fish123 is the mixed team as well, are going to be likely forcing up as well into round number 3. So, the question is, are we going to see scouts? Max will salvage the UMP into round number 3. So, 1,500, 1,800 across the board right now for the side of Fish123 on their CT side of Overpass. Going to be forcing this one up. Max surviving, having the UMP, can drop over a scout to Smooya. We know how proficient he is with the AWP. Can he carry it forward onto the scout? It's going to be 5 sets of Kevlar, a full force buy across the side of the CT economy, which means no AWP into the first fire in case they lose at Mach 10. MP9 as well from Nilzinho. It's going to be a fast play towards B.
They burst their way in with such aggression. Mick will find the opening kills, takes down Max. They're still trying to flood their way towards the bomb site though as well. The cities are there, but they're actually spread fairly thin. They can't really peek right now, as they're trapped on their lonesome. Not that favourable in terms of their arsenal as well. They have to play from close range, but Jenko takes the fight towards them, but still comes out on top. It's so easy for him to pick up these sprays. Smooya though, give him a scoped weapon. He knows how to wield it with such proficiency, as he will rattle down a single round and take Mick out.
Still the 1-man advantage right for Method. Stanley pushing the smoke. Let's actually get caught off guard then. Will eventually go down to Sliggy, but Pulse finds 1 onto YNC. It's going to be the 2 versus 3. Pulse is low, but no kit right now for the CT side.
Molotov will soar through the sky to try and set the site ablaze, but it's actually extinguished by the smoke, so it doesn't hold them back. Method might not be aware of this, and Slicky is going to use this timing to push straight towards the bomb site, try and trade with Smuya, and find these kills. Peeks towards Shop, and Ilzinho will grab the first with the MP9. It's left on Smuya. Upgrades himself to the Kalashnikov, but he's got to try and force the face as he taps the bomb. Realizes it's too late as he has no kit. We'll have to get out of there.
Yeah, wants to save the AK. No point in dying and just not having this rifle into the next round. Has Kevlar as well to bring it forward into round number 4. So Method winning versus the Force by now means we should be seeing an eco come up from Fish123. Then again, they're no stranger, Jack, to audacious plays. A double force here, considering the fact that there was one alive from Method. Fish123 know that the money right now is low in the Method camp. It's going to be the 3 AK buy. Pulse there once again with the MP9. Mac 10 for Stanley, but then money isn't too strong from Method. They are playing versus the full eco now coming out from, well, I say full eco actually. 2 players forcing up this round. It's a bit of a mixed bag. Let's see what happens as they go fast with B once again.
Trying that play. Another round in a row. Is it actually going to work out for him? Stanley grabs short control in a matter of seconds. It's so easy to just walk up, Snods, as he's going to get the double kill. Jenko as well does what he does best, finding headshots across the map. It's left on Smooth that still has the scavenge weapon. He has the AK that he stole from the previous round. And Sliggy with just a P250. They have a kit, and they also have one flashbang, but it's not really worth them running the risk. I'm not surprised if we just see him go for a save, possibly hold a couple of choke points. If they can get some exit frags from the Method players, that's great. But if they just stay alive and hold on to these weapons, that's probably their only best bet.
So, 5 players staying alive now for Method on the T side. It's going to be 3-1 as Method do take a 2-round advantage. Jonathan, if we can see the scoreboard, please. So, how many players forced? Actually, they did as well. Wow. So they all get 2.4k into the bank. So, Robin, Slicky, and no, Mighty Max can still buy barely, but 2 players unable to buy up into round number 5 fully. Question is, though, Jack, do they go for a half buy here? Ooh, Sliggy survives. Actually, the fact that they've survived now with the Kevlar and AK onto Smuya and the Kevlar onto Sliggy, which means they can jump over a gun. So they can definitely buy into this one, especially now that Smuya can jump over the AK2 Max. Or to Robin. It will be the latter. So Max now the SMG, Smuya the AK, Robin, Sliggy and YNC of them 4s, and versus them is going to be Method. It's going to be the 5 AK buy once again, Jack. We saw it yesterday on Cash and Inferno there. Seem to be so wary to buy the AWP. Obviously for Pulse or for Jenko, it seems like they have more fluidity on the T sides without it, and they just group together, stack up, and play their execution and contacts heavy style.
Grouped up outside B right now, like a group of school kids, but there's a sign that says only 2 school kids
in the
per
shop
time.
once,
yeah, so obviously they're just waiting to attempt to bum rush Restore and overpower Mighty Max. He's playing up close and personal right now, and he actually loses his head instantaneously as Mick will take him down. They're charging through, they're going to the sweet start, and they're going to steal as many pick and mix as they can. But Sliggy has other ideas. He will fire back, takes down Pulse. YNC will try and move on as well. It's even right now as the fight starts to return in favor of Method. They've got a lot of map control here as well. Smuya and Robin have to try and retake this. Probably the 2 players you'd want in this scenario. But how can they actually try and bring this round to fruition?
1 man advantage run out for Method. Kits though for the CT side. No Molotovs to flush out these 2 players. They've only got flashbangs and the smokes. They can smoke off short and flush themselves into the angles, but instead it's looking like they're going to get wary and timid of the situation. Going to be saving this in this scenario, it seems, but the bomb isn't planted just yet. Maybe they're expecting to play back towards A and they're going to risk the double rotation. And unfortunately for them, higher risk, higher reward. Unfortunately, it will be too high risk for them. Bomb does go down towards the B bomb site, and now the retake does begin.
They're going to attempt to try and see if they can actually get back in there. They have a little bit of time to play with. They do have those kits, so luckily enough, they could boil their way through the majority of this clock, but very slowly edging forward as Smuya will try and make the first play. Peeks out, Robin comes in to support him now, makes the jump across, rattles down with the AK-47, will find 1 kill, but the trade comes back in straight away. Robin will find 1, but unfortunately, Stanley was playing up close and personal, got that point blank kill, and we'll get through into the next round. Method, 4 rounds on the board right now. Fish123, not great for economy either.
Yeah, it's going to be the quality bar now coming from the CT side as they go 1 to 4 down. Method, as long as they play this one, slowly but surely should be making a 5 to 1 and a 4-round advantage already in the T side. Fish123 though, they need the AWP on Smuya. They need good utility. And obviously Kevlar across the board. One of the issues is they keep and continuously start forcing. And we're seeing weak buys, Kevlar, but lack of utility. Flashbangs, 1 flashbang, 1 smoke, no Molotovs. Unable to hold off the pushes and the aggression coming out from Method so far towards the B site, essentially. But it's going to be the stack towards the end for Fish123. 4 players here from the CT side as they leave YNC alone towards B, who will eventually walk into Pulse. still, though. They will have control of toilets now. They can execute onto the A site if need be. Potentially a bit overkill. Could just do the Molotovs towards stairs, Molotov towards bank, molly out truck as well. But it seems like they will just smoke off the bottom of long. Don't show their hand just yet. And maybe trying to force a rotation back towards A and sell a fake towards A and go back towards B, as they do have control of connector.
They have that map control to favour them into the round right now. Slowly make their approach through. Method obviously need to be wary. These close angles in play by Fish123 can definitely complement them. These deagles as well, focusing towards long. Sliggy can be quite cheeky with a weapon if you give him an inch. They will push through, trying to use their timing in their favour. Stanley will clear out the first player and takes down Robin, ready for the second as well. Sliggy will fall. They only get one kill back in the favour of the CTs, but everyone else that was on that site defense has fallen, and YNC is late to rotate over. He has just a measly CZ to aid him into the round, but he's not invested into anything else really. He has the armour, so potentially he could just try and go for an exit frag and save.
Yeah, everyone right down that Method side is low. Stanley just 28 HP. Close but no cigar there for Fish123 is to do damage to the health bars. But only one casualty right now for Method, as they will be surviving with 4. It seems like no one's going to get silly, make a sloppy play, push towards CT and give away the kill towards YNC and allow him to save an AK. They're just going to save as a 4-man squad back towards A long and carry forward these AKs and the round the round win bonus into round number 7. So it will be 5-1 Jack, as the buy is going to come out for Fish123. What are we going to be seeing from them? Are we going to see a double up setup to try counter the contact plays they've been showing so far? Open to smooth towards A, maybe open to max towards B. Try and counter the slow aggression coming up from Method as they group up. And it will be the double up setup now to Robin actually and Smooya. How is that going to be split? Robin peeking towards mid maybe, and Smooya towards B. They're going to be stacking 4 players towards the B bomb site, and then Robin towards middle alone. It's looking like a good call so far as Max will jump spot. Sanchenko potentially sees the gun barrel. Stay alive, but he wants to push them.
Sanchenko once again trying to lead this assault towards the bomb site. They've had a lot of success in the previous few rounds. He has backup with his teammates as well as brother in arms. Are lying in wait, ready to strike. Capitalise towards B. They slow it down a little bit though. Trying to play a couple of mind games with the players of Fish and actually force them to use a lot of that utility early. Yep,
smoke going to be dissipating now. Flash comes in, YNC's testing.
YNC, we know how powerful he can be, but he actually does go down. The kills are all coming up Fish123 right now, but it's left from Zenio and Mick. Mick goes down. It's just the in-game leader for the side of Method remaining. He has to lead by example to pick this round up, and Smooya won't allow him to do too much damage.
There it is. First round there with the op from Smooya, and he gets the 3K. 11-4 for him. He's the only real player fragging right now on the CT side. For Method though, once again, they can still buy up into round number 8. They have money after winning clean rounds versus the Ecos, as they still do have the 3-round advantage right now versus Fish123. So, for Method right now, the goal is to win this round, make it 6-2 and break that CT economy, force another weak buy and force buy at that onto Fish123 and then win versus the Eco. This could easily be an 8-2 scoreline if Fish123 lose this round.
This push coming in straight away. You can see trying to get that map control towards mid. Robin actually donning the AWP as well for the side of Fish123. This double up setup could be so proficient. He's waiting, trying to see if anyone will jump towards him, take that aggressive mid control, but Method is still playing it fairly slowly.
They are indeed, Robin. Going to be holding for the jump, or maybe even the face towards middle. Slowly but surely he will fall back towards the A side, giving up control of toilets and banana. And this is where Method can really fake a play towards the A side if they have control of the real estate towards A. Smooya AWPing as well towards A long, so they're going to be taking both of the AWPs towards the A side, so an execute towards A would be the right call. Smoke off A long, walk up close towards the long smoke, execute onto the A site, Molotovs, flashbangs, counter the AWPs. Basic utility. And try and flood their way onto the site and get the trade kills and play the afterplan. Pulse alone towards B now, towards B short, holding for an aggression towards connector. Or towards B short itself. It's looking like a 4-man stack from the T side now towards A, as they have all the control they need to eventually execute.
Robin will peek out as he just holds by for the meantime. Just going to support himself as he holds the angle. The smokes do start to come through as Method really trying to test them now, force them to over face, extend out, but Robin just does swimmingly in this scenario as he will peek out, takes down Stanley. Wherever the peaks come towards him as well, he's hearing all of this information, the gunshots that are coming out. It's actually Mick that finds a response frag, tries to get a second, will do so, but they still didn't know the location of Robin. He played around the smoke, was able to do so much damage into the round, eventually falls, but they haven't got time to go for the plant now.
Yeah, they win it on time. And it's going to be 3 to 5, only one player staying alive now for the CT side, which means the money is going to be still in tatters. You can see YNC has just enough to drop over an M4. I believe it's going to go to Smooya. Actually, no, it's been dropped to Robin, so Smooya going to be deducted down to a FAMAS. UMP for Mighty Max, Deagle now for Sliggy. And it's going to be the 4 AK buy and the AWP onto Neilzenia once again for Method. I say once again, but it's the first time we're actually seeing the AWP really in play right now from the T side. Neilzenia more of that supportive style AWPer. In the last round, I believe he was just holding towards default, allowing the riflers to push up towards A site. But unfortunately for them, they got melted by the 2 AWPs coming out for Fish123, and the time ticking away far too gone. Anyway, 3 to 5 is the scoreline. Fish123 only in a 2-round deficit. As once again, we're going to see Method go back to the old faithful to play towards B. This time it's going to be Stanley lurking towards connector for the push towards mid. Smooya, Robin, aggressive once again. They should be able to come behind now, the T side, sorry. And it's going to be the 3-man rotation back towards B. And the flank coming in towards the rear of Method.
Set themselves up to go for this play right now as they reposition over. But Smooya, he's already in the back line. He's able to stab straight away towards Stanley. They are going for this play towards me, but they're so paranoid now as well because of Smooya's location. It allows YNC to peek out and take down one man. Max as well chimes in with that frag back on towards Pulse. Jenko finds a swift headshot towards Smooya, but now realizes he's left all on his lonesome. His entire teammate has been taken away from him. Robin will find that shot as well with the AWP. So it's going to be a 4 to 5 scoreline. Fish123 1 round away from equalizing it. And Method don't really have the cash to support themselves into this round.
Yeah, they could be going for the Tech-9 quasi buy here. They've lost 2 on the trot now, which means they will get 2.4k into the bank into the next round, so they can buy down to 2,000. Seems like they will do just that. It's going to be Tech-9s, armor onto 2 players, and light utility as well right now for the T side. UMP for Sliggy should be able to farm up as much cash as possible onto the SMG, $600 per kill. 2 rifles, 3 rifles actually, and once again the single upset of Robin.
Going to peek out early, but Robin will take the first man down. Smooya as well chimes in and he starts to rip his way through everyone with that AK-47. Gets overwhelmed towards the end, but he did get a massive tag off on both Pulse and Neilzenia. They are so low as they limp towards the defense that is set up towards the A site. Robin will find 1 kill with the AWP. It's just Pulse left. Grabs himself the Kalashnikov, but couldn't quite wield it to a great effect as he eventually will fall. Even Stevens now as it's 5-5 apiece.
Yep. The Swedish import for the Fish123 side. Robin, 10 kills and 6 deaths. Smooya currently on 14 to 7 after just 11 rounds, Jax. It's looking like, once again, another very dominating performance from Owen Butterfield himself. For Method, though, this time it's Pulse winning the AWP. Usually when we see Pulse or Jenko AWP over Neilzenia, they're going to play far more aggressive with it. Talking about aggressive AWPing there, Robin playing towards Party. Should be able to catch the players off guard now towards Playground.
Waiting for this push to come towards him, ideally. He's forced to fall back as the first contact is going to go in favor of Method. They fire off those warning shots, and he repositions fairly swiftly. He does peek out again towards Long, but Jenko was already there, and he was armed.
So, 1-man advantage run out for Method on their T side. 1 minute 20 on the clock, and the bomb is still towards Playground. So they can take it back towards that B-bomb site if they wish to. YNC gets spotted by Pulse. Unfortunately for Pulse, though, does miss the shot. And now they know YNC is close towards T-spawn.
Tiptoeing over, Flashbang comes in, but he tries to switch in enough time. Will turn back into it, peek towards him, but they double face and take him down, leaving just 3 remaining members of that CT side defense.
Yeah, they needed that kill there from YNC to equalize the numbers. It's going to be the 2-man lead now for the CT side as Jenko gets close towards Long. Next to the 3-man advantage now, and slowly but surely they will have the A side.
Yeah, Jenko just single-handedly tearing them a new one right now as he roams through the site, finds another headshot back and forwards. Mighty Max, Smooya stranded towards B at this point, just trying to stay alive with the AWP, but that's basically going to be all he can really bring to the table.
Yep, should be able to save this one as well. They weren't able to save up as much money as possible. They lost multiple players per round. So 2 alive for the first round they won, 3 alive for the next one after that. So their money hasn't been in a scenario where it can build off interest. As we go into round number 12, it's going to be 6 to 5 now. It's Method of the 1 round advantage after taking the pistol. Actually, no, sorry, Fish123 won the pistol, so they won the force buy. And from there, it's been Method's game. It's going to be 6 to 5 now as we head into round number 12. Let's see what the buy's going to be like for the CT side as they finally concede a round after winning 3 in a row. They don't have money to buy onto 3 players, but if they save this one here, Jack, make it 7 to 5, they can buy up with a decent buy, AWPs and whatnot into round number 13. So it's looking like they will be doing that. This is going to be the Eco coming in from the CT side. Forfeiting this one, Method now having the 4 AK, 1 opposite once again onto Pulse, but no SMG to really maximize the amount of cash input they can make.
Stanley could actually be caught off guard here as well. Doesn't clear the angle. Robin was just playing so close to the wall. Takes him down with the sidearm. Will upgrade to his AK as well. And Robin actually could be a bit of a difference maker into the round. Obviously, Method, this does still favour them, even though they only have 4 remaining players. They have the map control, and they have so much more damage potential in terms of their rifles.
Yeah, Robin now playing aggressive towards Connector. He's pushed all the way towards the bottom. But unfortunately, run out for Sliggy. And for Fish123 right now on their CT side already, once again, Jenko and MCK able just to walk up A long and capitalize off the weak defense towards A.
Yep, Sliggy would have had to do something massive into that round, but he overextends. Gets taken down, but Smooth and Robin now chime in with 2 absolutely fantastic headshots back to back as Jenko and Nilzinho fall. They have a huge advantage into the round. Mick, and if Pulse would have connected that shot, they would have actually equalized, but Pulse misses.
He does indeed. MCK is low. Pulse has the AWP, but he missed a crucial shot there to equalize it to 2 versus 2. Gets timed as well by retrieving the AK off the floor. Robin getting down to just 32 HP, so it is low HP right now for one of the CT players, but there's still 2 more alive.
Pushing straight in, Pulse needs to be able to clear all of these angles as he floods through. Has the support of Mick, but they know they need to react fast. And they're paranoid of where these Ts could be pushing from. The CTs even, as the smoke will go down. Pulse tries to get the plant off, but they peek from long. They hadn't cleared it. They hadn't checked to see if it was safe. YNC will take down the first man. Mick as well, trying to commit on the plant here. Could be overwhelmed by Mighty Match, who's playing close. Peeks out, finds the headshot. It's as easy as that, as he also grabs another weapon. So both of them going through with a firearm.
Both sides now winning the 4 supplies in the ecos. Method won the first round for themselves off of the back of the pistols. Fish123 get their 6th after that eco. It's going to be round number 13 now, 6-6 in the scoreline. Method with a 5-1 lead, but slowly but surely Fish123 find their footing in the half. As soon as the AWP was on Smooya, they've been finding their success again. Tech9 now for Pulse. The money is not affluent right now for the T-Bank. It's going to be the 4 AK buy, but no AWP for Pulse. But maybe that's the silver lining here, as we haven't really been seeing too much from him so far into this first map. Grouping outside B. No presence towards A, Connector, or B short. It's going to be the 5-man play, the contact play through Monster. Let's see what the 3-man stack from the CT side can do to defend it.
Flashbang comes in early. You can see they're a little bit spooked off the back of this as well. They eventually do push through. Stanley will find the entry. He's so proficient at being able to get those opening kills. YNC's been struggling to actually defend towards Monster. Stanley gets a double kill as well as he finds that swift headshot towards Mighty Max. Jenko chimes in with a frag back towards Robin. Smooya eventually arrives as he is wielding the weapon that he's so well known for. Finds that first kill back into Nilzinho as he's left in a 2 versus 4, but the nades start to swarm in. You can see this has slowed him down a little bit. He's not got as much confidence now, and Sliggy just holding close as well. If it continues like this, they are just going to have to back off and save as time is getting way too far ticked.
Yep. Going to be continuing this one, it seems, and saving into round number 14 as Method win the round after conceding versus the eco. It's going to be 7-6 now as the bomb will eventually expire. As Fish123 is saving. Smooya playing for some exit kills, trying to dent the T economy as much as possible. He knows it's low after seeing the Tech9 into Pulse. It's looking like Method are playing this one smart once again. They don't seem to be giving away any kills to the exit frags coming up from the CT side. Nevertheless though, Method now 7 on their T side after losing the pistol. So far so good from them, Jack. Of course, they win one more. They're going to be winning the half at 8 rounds. One of the issues here as well is when we've seen them play versus Reason and CEX, it's been very weak CT sides for them on Overpass and Mirage and every single map it seems, but they are strong on the T side of course. When you can group together, you've got the insane aim onto Jenko, Pulse, and MCK, obviously standing in right now for the Method side, but you bring in that raw skill and you accompany it with just grouping and rushing and playing together style, that's where success is found.
Stanley finds the opener though once again, but unfortunately this time it's a trade as Jenko's already gone down. Sliggy up close and personal with the support of YNC will find an opening kill. Takes down Stanley. It's really in the favour of Fish123. It's just Nilzinho left standing. He almost got taken down right there. He's able to stay alive for a few more seconds. He's left at a 1 versus 1 against Smooya to try and get that 8th round on the board for Method and secure them a dominant win on the half here as he has to try and tiptoe around, play the mind games against Smooya in this clutch situation.
Smooya comes behind them, gets the drop on him, and it's going to be 7-7 as a score, and he's equalised. Last round of the half here, Jack, as we're going to round number 15, and see what the bar's going to be like right now for the T side after winning a round and then being reset. Of course, they only lost 1 rifle in the previous round, so their money isn't as bad as it should be. Let's see with the CZ there for Nilzinho, apart from that 4 AK buy for Method now, as they go into the final one. Let's see if they can make it 8-7 here. Another commanding first half, once again getting so aggressive towards the B side.
Try and take that play in towards that B bomb. So YNC is ready Tags two of them down as Pulse and Stanley will also take a bit of damage early. Left on fairly low HP as they're still flooding through, but the tags are coming out in support of Fish123. They've almost decimated everyone that's standing alive on the side of Method, as it is just Stanley and Milzinho left now. They do take down one man on the side of Fish, but it's not too good. It's still going to fall. Max will trade back. Milzinho has to do all the work on his lonesome. He's blind, confused, and then eventually goes down.
8-7 there for Fish123 after winning the CT pistol. Going to be expecting a lot more, obviously, if they didn't lose versus that force buy from Method, and they weren't stuck in a rut of 1-5. Having that 4-round deficit early on, this could have been a much more favourable half for Fish123. Smoothly leading the charge and kills, of course. The stat pattern himself is going to be 17-9 for him. YNC and Slig at the bottom there, 7 and 6 kills for them. Same goes for Pulse, 7-10. It seems like every single time we cast Pulse Jack, he never really finds himself or comfort or success on overpass. Nevertheless, now let's see what they can do. Fish123 playing aggressive force connected. They get the first now to Jenko as he tries to get a little bit too audacious.
Taking him down, but will Pulse try and get it back in his favour as he holds right now towards stairs, but they're not actually going to push towards him. They get the first contact, then back off. Stanley peeks out as well towards B, but he takes off way more than he can actually chew into the round as they start to force him back. They're going to go for the knife as well. Has to reload, but eventually Sliggy will take him down with the Glock.
The two-man advantage right now. Robin has no care about the PT-50, so one shot headshot will eventually take down MCK. Sliggy has to drop here onto Pulse, and he hears him from behind. He will execute him. It's going to be Nilzini now, the 1-4.
Yeah, last one left standing as the past few rounds have actually gone the same way. Smear will again repeat history and find that shot. Fish123 going to be pretty happy off the back of picking up that round. Obviously, they can now ascend their scoreline quite far, getting themselves in the region of 11 rounds as long as they play out these next couple of rounds to the best of their ability. Yeah,
in the last half, though, Jack, they did concede this one, the second round of the half. Let's see what they can do. Less rifles this time and more SMGs. Will the increased, well, the faster pace actually lend to their advantage? Will the lack of firepower come back to haunt them? Smear playing aggressive now towards Monster, trying to find the first frag and get a man advantage for the T side.
They slowly make their approach through, clearing these angles as they tiptoe in. Sliggy will be leading the charge, it seems, as he hunkers down right now. They don't actually know of his position. They throw the Molotovs in. He finds one kill, but he's so low. He gets traded back off the back of Nilzinho. Nick provided a bit of support as well. So they're in a 4 versus 4. The site was set ablaze, but has eventually started to extinguish as they now push in. They find all the kills in their favor. Stanley trades it back as he finds that kill towards Robin, though. He's left in a 1 versus 1. Max is so low, don't take a single round, depending on how he peeks out. But Max is going to do damage with his sidearm instead.
Overkill there. Landed the headshot of the Glock. Will make it 10-7, but once again, another close round there. Fish123 playing versus the Eco. It's going to be one player staying alive there for the T side, and their money isn't too strong. After buying 2 MAC-10s, only $400 and $500 in the bank right now for Robin and YNC. They need a clean round here versus the full Eco, Jack. Otherwise, going to the first bar, and if they lose that one, Method could easily be breaking their bank. So, outside B is going to be 3 players from the T side. One towards connector, one towards middle, as Robin's playing fast.
Robin gliding through the air like the acrobat he is, as he just rattles off a ridiculous amount of shots there towards Jenko. Early enough will take him down. 4 players left on the side of Method. Fairly early into the round. They do try and trade it back. Stanley knows that it worth the 5-7, but unfortunately wasn't in a favourable position as he will fall.
He will indeed. So far, so good from Fish123 versus the Eco. It's going to be the 2-man advantage run out for them, and they have the SMGs just to rain and plough through the site.
Smear as well, another juicy headshot as he takes down Pulse in a matter of seconds. Mick will also forward, straps on towards Nilzinho. The YNC will rip through him, gets off a nice cash bonus, and that 11th round now claimed by Fish123.
Smear now into the 20s. 21 kills for him, as it's his birthday today, actually. Turned 18 today, I forgot to mention that. So, shout out to Owen Butterfield and his family. I know his mum watches his games.
Hello.
Hello, Mum.
Well, it's not your mum.
No, it's not. Hello, Smear's mum. Anyway, it's going to be the 1-up for Pulse. Didn't see too much from him in the last half. Let's see if he can revitalise his AWP play. The 2 MAC-10s brought up into round number 19 here, as they don't want to throw away these guns and reinvest into full firepower. Let's see if they can swarm the site with the MAC-10s and play aggressive with the faster-paced weaponry.
Trying to push their way through. Ponk will find that first kill towards Smear. He trades it back with the MAC-10able weapons as well. They're doing damage, but they're trading equally as they're left to a 3 versus 3. There's 6 men left on the battlefield. They eventually try and go for that bomb plant. Sliggy will get it down. But the can the CTs retake it?
Oh, the timing there. Stanley's in towards toilets. Robin has no idea. That can be the kill. And as soon as he's got that kill onto Robin, he should be able to come behind, but he gets the drop on him. There it is. The one-man advantage round for Fish123 as the afterplant is still ongoing.
Robin spots him out, takes them down with the AWP from point blank, so it's forced in his hand of Nilzinho and Mick to actually charge in. Try and get this back in their favour. Mighty Max had the angle covered as well. Even though the smoke goes down, they can still try and provide a little bit of support here. Sliggy watching from the other side, and Method looks so timid. They're terrified of this, realise they don't really have the time to play for. They didn't have kits. They have to back off and save, and Sliggy could actually find them here as well as he starts to reposition. Just depends if he peeks out at the right time, and as they are watching it, and they do find a headshot.
Yeah, it will go down. So Fish123 taking the first buy round. They win it, and Robin and YNC had Mac 10s into that round, which means their money is going to be swelling and stacking up. Let's see now, round number 20, and it's going to be the 5-round advantage for Fish123 on their T side. They're going to be forcing an extremely weak buy here, a quasi buy coming up from Method. So, as long as Fish123 don't get too over cocky and arrogant into this round and concede it, they make it 30-7 in Jack and they play versus the remainder of the bar rounds coming from Method. They could easily get a 6-round advantage. Sorry. Yeah, a 6-round advantage for themselves. And from there, they have such a buffer going into the rest of their T half. It's looking like they will eventually close this one out, especially when you think about the individual players they have to get 1 or 2 rounds off the back of just pure plays.
Smir talking about pure plays will actually start to relive the hype he's known for as well as he finds that opening kill back on towards Jenko. It's going to be Nilzinho and Mick, the only two that are actually ready for this push to come through as they peek out, find the opening headshot. Max will try back towards Mick though, so it's all left on Neil to try and do the real damage with the firepower he has, but he swiftly gets eliminated by Smir. They only have the 2 upgraded pistols on Pulse and Stanley.
Smooth towards short, gets a second kill for himself into the round. It's going to be the push towards bridge right now from the CT sub, but they're going to be caught. Oh, actually no, Robin will find that frag, not Smooth. Nevertheless, they're pulsing the 1 versus 4 now. The best he can do is try and find exit kills. There's no kit and no Kevlar. Try and dent that T economy as much as possible, but it will be 13 on the board and a 3K left from Smooth. I believe it might be 25 kills now already. And actually, no, 24-11 for him in the first game of the night. 18 kills there for Robin, so close, but still trailing behind the play coming out from Smir. Pulse now 9-15, still the best play from him so far. When you look at the star players on the Method side, you're thinking of Jenko and of course Pulse. They need him to step up onto Cash.
Pulse will peek out early, went for the aggressive play, but it actually does fall short. Smir also going to tiptoe through, play through the smoke. Could capitalize quite massively into the opening round here if he actually does find it. But unfortunately, Stanley will be able to trade back on towards Muya.
Here comes the play through Monster. MCK will hold the line towards Monster then. Does find the first frag. It's going to be the 2-man advantage around for Method on their CT side. That does slow down the push. YNC is slicking out towards Sewers. And slowly but surely they will be approaching the B-bomb side.
Trying to push their way through as the name starts to sort through. Create little bits of cracks towards that B-bomb site. Small areas where Fish123 can hammer away and eventually try and claw it back in their favour. But they are quite limited. They only have the 3 players remaining. Robin has to try and make a big play into this round as he will peek out through short.
So, still the 2-man lead. 50 seconds left. The bomb is still towards outside connector towards B short. Look how passive Method are playing right now as well towards the A bomb. So they have no control towards connector or any information at that. Stanley finds the 3rd kill for the CT side, but MCK makes it 4. And now YNC the 1 versus 5. 40 seconds left. The best he can do is try to take guns at the CT hands.
He's rattling off those shots as he will find 1 kill, but that's the only amount of damage they've actually done. Even if Method go on to win this round, they've only lost 1 player, and they could easily rebuy that gun. It's not going to bother them too much. Meanwhile, for Fish, though, economy is definitely not an issue. They racked up so much cash through consistently holding on to those Mac 10s that they can buy for a few more rounds here.
They can indeed. Well, you say a few. They can actually buy for 1 more, I believe, in case they do concede this one. And they're with round number 22, 13-8 now. As Method have Method are essentially halfway there now. They need to be doubling their score now if they want to close this one out in regulation and not force OT. Fish123 though, they need 3. So, in terms of the rounds now to close this one out, Fish123 need 3 and Method need 8. So, let's see if they can make it 3-8, but already it's going to be a 4-5 in terms of the numbers. As Fish123 get the advantage into round number 22 with just 1 minute 30 left on the clock.
So beautiful there for Mighty Max. Gets that opening kill, really crisp headshot towards Jenko. Robin as well, going to find the aggressive play from Stanley, make mincemeat out of him as he strides to go for that contact push through the smoke. Smir could even further ascend them into this round as he knows that Pulse is trapped towards mid if he peeks out. His flashbang actually does work though. forces him to fall back.
Oh.
He lands the tag. Just going for the shot. So close.
He does the wallbang. He does the wallbang, and he lands it as well. It's absolutely outrageous. Talking about that though, Robin finds an outrageous headshot down to MTK. It's going to be the 3-man advantage now for the T side as they have control of Monster and B site at that. It's looking like the save count for Method. They're going to allow Fish123 to ascend to round number 14.
Yep, this should be their round in the bag at this point, as Pulse and Ilzinio aren't in a great situation to attempt to try and retake this. It's not really one that's going to favour them, so they will just try and save. They know they don't have much of a chance. They don't really want to run the risk. It's not worth the reward.
It isn't indeed. Money right now for the Method side probably isn't too strong. Let's see though, can Ilzinio save or will Smooth find him? 4x3, no, he gets it. That's a nice flick as well. It's going to be Pulse last alive now as he anticipates the play towards toilets. Will they get close enough for him?
Pulse just trying to stay alive as the push does come through. They are ready for him, but Pulse will still find that shot back. But he's so terrified now as he knows the push is coming towards him, peeks out. Removes YNC from the equation. And does get through the round with the AWP. That was so critical as well. They needed that as they could try and rebuy up into this round, buy around it, but still not really fantastic.
Pulse bought smoke. He had 2,800. Sorry, Pulse had 3,100, and he bought a smoke grenade. So he was not able to buy an M4 and drop it over. It's going to be the FAMAS instead for Ilzinio. Pulse is doing a instinctive pulse buy. Well, you know what I mean. A pulse buy at that. Impulse buy, sorry. And that's going to mean no M4 for Ilzinio going to be put back onto a FAMAS. And here it is. This could be the penultimate round here as Fish123 are 2 away from closing it out as we go into round number 23. Still 8 for Method as the money is reset and they're going to be forcing up into this one using all the money they have in the bank. If they lose this one here, Jack, and it goes to 15-8, I don't think we're going to be seeing the comeback into overtime because the money should be 0. And they're going to be on a very weak force buy at that. Pistols at best, so it's all down to this one. Let's see what they can do as once again Fish123 going to be replicating exactly what Method had success with in the first half, and that's going to be the contact play out Monster.
Themselves ready to try and burst out towards the site now as they do push through. Oh, the opening headshot comes out from Sliggy as well. Robin also finds that frag back towards Ilzinio. Robin keeps it going as he takes down Mick. Absolute brutality being served up by the side of Fish. Method are still falling. Smooth takes down Pulse. It's all left on Jenko with that M4, and he can't do too much.
Can't indeed. It's going to be the 1 versus 5. Near, well, pretty much unwinnable scenario as well as the fact he hasn't got a kit and the bomb's been taken away for a good 20 seconds. Going to be saving this one for potentially the final round here. It's Fish123. We'll get to match point. He will find 1 kill, but that's all he's going to get for his time.
Does eventually get the second as well, but it's just not really that worth it for him, even though he has found those frags. Fish123 can still buy up into this, but the same cannot be said for Method.
5 AKs. It's going to be the buy right now for the T side. No ult for Smooya, no ult for Robin as well, but I don't think they're going to need it. 26 kills there for Smooya after 24 rounds, so averaging over the 1 kill per round. Extremely good game from him so far. But it is in the first map here. It's looking like it's going to be the fast play towards B, but here comes the 3-man stack. Can they hold it off?
Pushing their way swiftly into the bomb site, hoping to do some damage. Ilzinio will get one, but YNC trades it back with that rifle. Pulse, though, in close range, is able to find the kills. Stanley as well plays through the smoke, finds the shot towards Smooya, and they're left in a 2 versus 3. They don't really have the Arsenal advantage, though. Not too much to play with. It's only Jenko with a scout that has some long-range potential, but Mick and Pulse, as long as they peek towards them, they play together, those CZs can be so deadly in close range. They try and push their way up towards the site as well. Flashbang goes over so they can peek into it. Actually get the timing as well. Pulse pulls it out of the bag as he finds the double kill. It's a hat-trick for Pulse and a round for Method, staying alive just when they needed to.
So, 15-9 here. Still going to be the 6-1 advantage for Fish123. Or dropped over to Mighty Max or Smooya? Okay, it's going to be Smooya wielding the AWP as we go into round number 25. Scout still brought in this round by Jenko for some reason. How much money does he have, please, Jonathan? Can we see? So Jenko has... Oh, he dropped over an M4, I believe, so that is why. So, does one have the M4 for himself. Going to be dropping it over to Ilzinio once again, standing down at 5-7, so it's looking very likely once again, Jack. As it's still a weak buy when you do look at the Scout and 5-7 onto the CT Arsenal. Nevertheless, though, 1 minute 20 Slow play through connector and towards A from the T side. Eventually, probably going to be a pin swing towards Torres and Banana, and from there they can execute. But look at the push that could come in from behind from MCK if he gets the drop on them.
Oh, Pulse trying to play anti-flash will be overwhelmed by Sliggy as he pushed him at the right time, and Mick trades it back though towards YNC. That's a critical frag. A massive impact kill that could come into hand later. He also catches two players off guard. They were going for the boost, so he capitalizes towards Mighty Max.
Sliggy, to the best of his efforts, finds one kill towards Monster, but a big play there from MCK towards A-Long will merit two. There we have it. Robin will eventually take down the star player on the round from the Method side. It's going to be the 3 versus 3. Scout still in play. Stanley able to retrieve an M4 though. That was dropped. As we go into maybe the final round here. Stanley holding towards Monster. Look at the drop onto Sliggy. Tags up for 30 damage and does win the duel. It's going to be the 1-man advantage run out for Method on their CT side. If they can make it to 15 to 10, slowly but surely break that T bank. Try and force Nico, there's definitely still a chance here for themselves.
They're knocking on Method's door right now as they're outside the site ready to try and charge through. They have to take down Jenko, who doesn't really have an effective weapon for this position. Has to switch out to his sidearm as he's just rattling off those pot shots, trying to waste time. They only have 8 seconds left to plant as the retake starts to unfold. They eventually will get the bomb down. It's Robin and Smuya, the 2 boys that can do so much damage in these scenarios. As Method starts to peek through, Smuya finds one. Will he get the second? Of course he will. Takes them down. That's going to be a 16-9 scoreline as Fish123 pick up map 1.
How many kills is that? Can we see the score before you fade back to us? Or not? 28 kills for Smuya, 24 for Robin.